What it is, y'all? Welcome to the next episode of the Speaking Heat podcast, man. We're back at it. We're back at it with another big week, man. Another big week of NFL football. Exciting to see how this week played out, man. Tons of great games. Again, every week. I guess you could say tops the last week. It seems like I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's wild to see, such a good season play out every single week, and it gets better and better. We saw, obviously Sunday night, really kind of like was the showcase of the week, man. Crazy good game between the Cowboys and the Packers, man. And it obviously ended up in a tie. I hate that, to no end. I think there are multiple ways that the NFL could fix finishing in a tie, because you should never tie. But great game nonetheless. Obviously, we saw both quarterbacks really show out and have a great game. We saw the Chiefs go and actually get an upset over the Ravens, man. I really thought the Ravens would go and win this game, kind of emphatically. And we saw Mahomes have a really good game, man. And on the flip side, the Ravens just did not play very well defensively. Don't seem like the same Ravens, and Lamar, as we've seen, exited the game at one point because of what we heard was a hamstring injury. And the Chiefs took care of business at home. Chiefs are always tough at home, but Mahomes became the fastest player in NFL history to 250 touchdowns. So congrats to Mahomes, and they picked up a big win. Ravens dropped to 1-4. Weird.
Yeah, no one's seen that coming.
I know, right? Like they're a Super Bowl favorite, for sure, Super Bowl favorite, and now they're kind of behind the 8 ball. So hopefully they can get things turned around. Giants starting Jackson Dart, the rookie, the youngster, goes and upsets maybe the best team in football in the first 4 weeks of the season. Go and upset the Chargers, man. That was a wild game. Giants played on fire, and Jackson Dart had a great game. And, picked up a big win. We saw another player in that game go down with a major injury. We saw Malik Neighbors get not great for the Giants, man. He goes down with an ACL injury. Another great player, major injury. We talked about it last week.
This has been the craziest season for injuries, man.
Already.
Craziest.
4 weeks in, and already. It's something else, seeing all these injuries already. And we saw the Falcons pick up a much needed win.
Rise
up, man. Much needed win. And they look good doing it too. You were actually at that game.
Yes,
so
sir. Bro, the game was insane. The energy was great. Even the Commanders fans were respectful, man, funny. Just fun to be around. Just a great game to go to.
It looks like, I seen your story and stuff, and it looked like the crowd was hype, and you can kind of
we were swagging and surfing for sure, man.
Oh. You definitely can give us a good insight on that, man. We'll dive into these games, man. But great week. I love football, man. This is why, man. This weekend is another reason why.
Yes, sir.
First off, so you said, really the highlight of the weekend, really Sunday Night Football, man. Great game. Packers-Cowboys rivalry game. Ended in a tie, 40-40. Great game, but kind of bittersweet just because it ends in a tie, not really having a winner. I hate that. I hate that the NFL, allows ties. Yeah. Allows games to end in ties. I think it's terrible.
It's corny. I'm not trying to... It just needs to be a win or a loss.
Yeah, and there's ways. There's ways to do it too.
For sure.
We saw, Dak and Jordan Love, man, that was wild. Quarterback duel, back and forth. Both quarterbacks played a great game, man. Yeah. Making plays. Pickens went off. Pickens had a great game. Just watching this game, this is what I love. This is why I love football, because games like this was wild. This was just epic game. Great way to end the weekend, really. To close out the full slate of amazing games. Coming out of this game now, I don't really view either of these teams differently. I know the Packers are a good football team. I think the Cowboys are a good football team. I think defensively the Cowboys showed that they're the Cowboys on defense. I don't expect the Cowboys defense to be great, but the Packers, I think the Cowboys put up more points than I expected. I expected the Packers defense to really play well in this game.
I expected the Packers to win. I thought the Cowboys would actually have a decent game, just honestly because they had to. George Pickens being the number one guy right now, I mean, he had to show out, and he sure did. And I did not expect a 40-40 game. I mean, I don't think no one did. But yeah, I mean, I expected the Packers to come out and take care of business. Not by a lot, but man, just great ball by both sides of the offense, and I mean defensively, 40 points let up on both sides.
Yeah, I mean both defense got lit up.
So
crazy.
I had the Packers defense in fantasy, and they ended up with -5. So I mean that just goes to show you both defenses
did not play well. Did not play well.
Aubrey didn't have. I think he had a couple field goals, but other than that, it was just more of a touchdown kind of game.
It really was, man. I felt like at one point the Packers were probably gonna win the game, and then the Cowboys kind of took control of the game. Like the momentum really shifted a lot during this game, and I was very surprised to see a tie. Really.
Yeah, I mean, I went to bed at overtime and woke up the next morning and looked up the score, and I'm like, it was kind of just, I wanted to see a winner.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just very anticlimactic, very, very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And I've always said this. I think it's a very, very simple solution.
Yeah.
Have a 10-minute overtime period, and then if you're still tied after that, do field goal kicks like they do in soccer. Have both rush teams, both kick teams, opposite sides of the field. Start from the 40, work your way back at 5 yards per kick. I think that's a simple and easy way to do it. It's a low injury play, so I think that you'll get less injuries out of it, and you'll get a winner. And it makes special teams important.
It sure is. It would make it really competitive. And
like imagine you've watched this whole game, been wild, and now you're watching your kicker and their kicker go back and forth, and they kick 6 or 7 field goals in a row, and then one finally misses, and I just think the excitement from something like that would be amazing, and it determines a winner.
Yeah,
I think that's the most important. It would determine a winner. But it was a tie, but a great game nonetheless. We need more of this. Loved it
for sure.
Next, we got the Rams. The Rams and Colts. On paper coming in this week, was obviously one of the games of the week. Both teams, really, really good teams. Colts undefeated. Danny Dimes is playing, MVP level football, and we saw the Rams go and take the lead late on a big play.
Tutu Atwell.
Yep, Tutu Atwell streaking down the sideline, man. Matthew Stafford had a crazy good game. Puka Nacua balled out. Obviously, Danny Dimes played well. Jonathan Taylor, right now leading the league in rushing. We saw the stars in this game play like stars, man. This was a really, really good football game. Really, really good.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch most of these games because I was at the Falcons game itself. So, I mean, they don't have all the games on, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I watched the highlights of the Colts and Rams game, and man, I honestly thought the Colts were going to come out on top, and the Rams had a big play at the end and sealed the deal.
It really did, man. Matt Stafford is playing amazing this year. He's playing very well.
Very crisp. His passes are heat missiles, and they're on target. They're accurate. They're on time. The rhythm is just there. The Rams are looking good, man.
This offense is clicking. Their offense is clicking on all cylinders.
The Colts are looking good as well. They'll have a bounce back game. I don't know who they play, but I think they'll be ready.
They'll be ready. I mean, Colts look good. They catch L, but I mean, you're going to lose games, and it's better to look good and play well in games you're going to lose. If you do lose, but I mean. They played very, very well. Rams played just a little bit better. And, great game, great entertaining game. Stars played well. You couldn't ask for more out of this game. So, very, very, very good, very, very good game.
For sure.
Next, we saw the Eagles go and defeat the Bucks in a very wild game. Kind of, I don't want to say a struggle in the very beginning, but you were kind of waiting to see who was gonna like break away and kind of take control of the game, and then the Eagles did just that, man. They had what lead did they have? It was like
It was 24-6.
24-6, man. Took a big lead.
I don't know if that was at halftime or the I don't know. I couldn't tell what it was, but I know it was 24-6 that was the deficit.
Like, Eagles go and, obviously do what they do, played very, very well. Bucks struggled. They just couldn't get it going. They second half, obviously, they got it, got things rolling and stormed back, dude. They stormed back and made this thing a game.
Mm-hmm.
It really felt like the Bucks were gonna win the game because they had so much momentum that it almost felt like they were gonna go and then go and really take the lead late.
Mm-hmm.
and just epic game. Stars in this game played decent well. To me, what I take out of this game is Eagles are still obviously amongst the best, but the Bucks have no quit, man. They're a scary team, man.
They almost came back and won it. Baker threw a careless pass on first down into the end zone for an interception, which I think sealed the deal for the Eagles for the win, which, I needed that, but
oh yeah, for sure. They drop a game and that does not help the Bucks, within the division, but really, like, I expected the Eagles to win. I did not expect them to take such a lead at all.
I expected it to be like this all game.
Yeah,
the ending score.
Yeah, I mean, both offenses, played well. The Bucks really got to go in the second half. Abuka came up big. Baker's playing great football. Obviously, he's amongst the best quarterbacks in the league right now. I like what I see out of both teams. And for the Eagles to go on the road and pick up a win like this says a lot. This really, really says a lot about this football team. They continue to show why they're the standard, man. Great game. Look forward to seeing really, like, I've been really looking at the Bucks a lot. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Bucks and what they do because they're a team that I kind of have as a sleeper team, in the NFC, man. They look good. Eagles look like the Eagles, obviously, and great game. Was there any type of buzz in the building in Atlanta, with this game?
Yeah, they had the game periodically posted on the Halo. When they showed it when it was 24-6, I mean, the whole stadium got up and cheered like we just scored a touchdown. It was awesome. Then they showed the game again when it was closer, but I had a feeling the Eagles were going to take it to them. So, I mean, yeah, man, it was a great experience to see that, the Bucks were losing and we were winning, and we really needed that.
Yeah, man, they caught an L, but I mean, they showed that they can hang with the Eagles, man.
The Bucks are a very good team.
Very good team. Eagles are still the standard, They they keep picking up W's, and we'll see how they continue the season. One of the really upsets of the weekend, we saw the Chiefs go and beat the Ravens, and we're talking put it on them. Beat the Ravens by 17 points. Going into this game, obviously the Ravens were the favorite, even on the road, they were a road favorite, and the Chiefs just really went and took care of business, man. Ravens just, I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. Something's happening to this football team, and it's like slowly they're like falling apart, man. Defensively, they've not been great all year. It seems like Lamar's been like the highlight, but he goes out the game for a bit with a hamstring injury and just walks off the field. And then Derrick Henry, I think he only had 8 carries. I think they only ran the ball like 15 or 16 times throughout the whole game. Dude, I don't know what's going on with the Ravens, but the Chiefs capitalized on whatever's going on with them and picked up a big win, a much-needed win. Both of these teams needed this win, and the Chiefs got it done.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. Like they were going into the year a Super Bowl favorite, and it just seems like slowly they're just kind of falling apart. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, the Ravens have been struggling, man. I don't know about Lamar walking off the field if it was mainly the injury or if it was frustration. I mean, I think it's a little bit of both.
Oh, definitely. I think.
I mean, that's obvious, but I mean, like you said, the Chiefs came out and took advantage of that. So I don't know how stat-wise how Travis Kelce did. He's been kind of
he's struggled.
He's been struggling a little bit. It's not really mainly his fault. It's this is both of Mahomes and Travis Kelce not being on the same page. But yeah, Chiefs came out and really took care of business, man. I think Worthy was back.
Yeah, Worthy was back. They're starting to get their wideout crew back a little bit, at least.
And I think Rashee Rice will be back week 7. So I mean, the Chiefs are they're going up. I mean, they're going up the charts, man. And I really think with these new receivers, not the new receivers, but their receivers coming back from injury and suspension, it's really going to help propel this offense really look the way it's always looked.
With them, getting a big win against, kind of a rival at this point.
Sure.
Is this kind of one of these games that kind of kickstart a trend in the positive direction with the Chiefs? Obviously they've had a struggle this year, offensively, their passing game has just been off. Travis Kelce and Mahomes have not played the best, and they've had injuries. So I just wonder, with a game like this, does this kind of get their confidence up and kind of puts them, in more of a positive spot and mind frame to really start to get some wins and kind of get themselves back in the mix? I think it does, but I mean, the Ravens got to figure some things out, man. I don't know what's going on. They need to get it together because, we're not seeing them run the ball very well with Derrick Henry, obviously because of the fumbles. But I mean, like they're shying away from their run game, and defensively, like they're just giving up too many points. They've got to figure something out, man. Yeah, this team is too good to play like this.
It's like the fumbles in previous games have made the Ravens gun shy with really, using their running game as a weapon to propel their passing game. And it's really taken a toll on the team, and it's showing on the scoreboard as well.
From here, like, I forget who the Chiefs play next. I want to see can they keep this rolling? Can they keep, good performance and kind of stay on a roll here?
I really think they have a good chance of really putting some wins together. I don't know their schedule, but like I said, man, they're getting some weapons back, and they're winning games without them right now. So, man, they're looking good.
They are. I mean, they're looking a little better every week, a little better, and that's the thing, is improvement from week to week. That's what you really want. And the Ravens, the Ravens are in a spot that the Chiefs are in now, because now they've dropped a couple and they're 1-4.
Yeah.
So they've really got to get it going, and especially with the Steelers looking pretty good. The Steelers, I think, should be winning the division right now. So the Ravens got to get it together, man. Good game for the Chiefs. We'll see where it goes from here, man. These two teams have kind of flipped positions in a way, and Ravens need to get it together, and the Chiefs need to continue to kind of, find what works for them until they get everybody back, man. Next up, we've seen the Giants get a big win, man. We saw Jackson Dart get his first start and didn't look back. Went out and showed out as a rookie, first start. Go and beat, really top 5 team in the league right now in the first 4 weeks of the season. The Chargers, 28-18, went and get, big win. He looked really, really impressive.
Yeah, man. You can tell they really had a game plan to let Jackson Dart run the ball himself, and scored some touchdowns.
He did. I mean, he came out for the first score of the game, I think, was Jackson Dart with like a 10-yard run. Really,
right up the gut.
put his stamp on this game early, man. And he played well throughout the game. He looked like he handled the offense okay.
As a true rookie, man, you cannot ask for anything better than what he did yesterday.
100% looked phenomenal, really, for a guy that's not played in the league yet, really. So, I mean, this is kind of like what the Giants were looking for. This is what the Giants fan base was looking for. You heard the rumblings of they want Jackson Dart to start, and Russ has struggled throughout the year.
And hats off to Russ, though, because, I mean, being in a position like that where you lose your job to a rookie,
it's tough.
Russ must have really helped Jackson Dart get prepared for this game because, I mean, he played well, and hats off to Russ for being,
a vet, man, a good vet.
Very sportsmanlike.
For sure.
But yeah, man, just a great player. Just not only lose a job, but help the other guy next in line to do it.
Yeah, and they got to win. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, man.
For sure.
They went and got a big win. I don't know what I saw with the Giants, man, is like he kind of like elevated the play of the guys around him.
Mm-hmm.
He had an energy and a spark about him, and I think it went and spread throughout the rest of the team. Defense was flying around. Wide receiver core was playing well, was making plays. Scadaboo really continues to show that he's their best player on offense. And then, obviously we saw Malik Neighbors, go down with an ACL injury, but
that hurts for Dart too. That hurts for him.
Yeah.
He needs all his weapons.
For sure, man. But big win for the Giants, man. It was actually kind of like satisfying to see the Rook come in and play well and grab a win, man. They look good. Chargers drop one. That's the tough loss. Chargers started out slow. That's really my opinion why they lost this game. They really didn't get it together until later, and then it was a dogfight for the rest of the game. So hopefully the Chargers can get it turned around, and the Giants can kind of start a trend here. Next, we saw Atlanta. Atlanta rebound very well. Obviously, 30-0 in that last week against the Panthers did not look well at all. And then we come out and play the Commanders. Obviously, and in some people's eyes, it's like kind of not a revenge game, but kind of a different game because obviously DQ's coming back as an opposing coach, and Mariota, former quarterback, is playing against them. But Atlanta went and got a win, man. Atlanta looked really good. Penix looked good. Bijan looked good. Wideouts looked like, everyone was making plays, flying around. The Falcons really, really figured it out. I don't know what it is about, if it's just the Commanders or what, but they looked good. You were in the house live. What was it? What was the energy in the building like live watching this game?
Man, it was so energetic, man. Just a great game overall. Very intense. We were up 31-16, I think, going into the fourth. And, they inched their way back a little bit, but, just a great win, not only for the team, but just for the fans inside the building, man. We really needed this. Losing 30-0,
that's tough.
That really put a
tough.
damper on just the confidence in the team and the fans and just everybody around, man. Just a great game to go to. Like I say, Commanders fans they traveled well, man. A bunch of different fans in there, man. I even seen a guy wearing a Saquon Eagles jersey. Just a great atmosphere to be around. The game was stellar, man. Penix played much more consistent. There were some times where he should have run the ball. Because there's just nobody in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And it's not like their play. It's
obviously not the play design.
But it's like we need to adventure that more. We need. I don't understand why Penix is not a slow quarterback.
He can move. He's not the fastest guy, but he can move the pocket, and he can get yards when he needs them for sure.
Both teams had good plays across the board. It was 4th and 3, in the fourth quarter and for the Commanders, and Mariota throws somewhat of a fade route to Deebo Samuel into the corner. What a ball. Seeing that live is different than seeing it on TV. You don't get to see how it just, it's poetic. Just what a great game to go to as a fan. Man, awesome.
Atlanta looked good, man. I was highly impressed.
I'm not too excited about us being up 31-16 and
kind of giving up the lead a little bit, and
which we gave I don't know. It's kind of garbage time in a way, but I'd like to, just put the nail in the coffin and to be like, look, y'all
put the game away.
You're not scoring anymore. We're winning with this score, and we're leaving. But just besides that, good game for the Falcons, man. We have a bye week coming up, and then we play the Bills at home. So,
they've got a week to rest up and prepare. Obviously, the Bills are one of the better teams in the league, and we'll see how that goes.
That'll be a big test for the
big test. We'll really see. If they play like they did Sunday, like there's a chance we can be right in that game with the Bills. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see that test and see where we can go from there, man. We look good. Glad we picked up a win. Impressive, very very impressive. And some more action around the league this weekend, man. Early Sunday morning. I actually forgot this game was actually happening when I got up. Steelers, in Dublin, pick up a win over the Vikings. Really good showing by the Steelers, in my opinion. Carson Wentz played fairly well, but the Steelers went and balled. DK Metcalf, like I've been saying, feed DK Metcalf the football, and that's exactly what they did. I want to say he had 112 yards receiving in the first half. I forget what he ended with, but big play in the first half. I think he scored. I can't remember if he scored 2 touchdowns, but he had multiple catches, made a lot of plays. Looked like DK's supposed to look, and I'm glad to see the Steelers feeding him the football, and they got an impressive win in Dublin. The Lions go and defeat the Browns. Took care of business against the Browns. Obviously, early in the game, tough sledding. Browns have the number 1 ring defense in the NFL right now. But the Lions, their stars showed out. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think he scored 2 or 3 touchdowns. So big week for the Lions offense, and they put it on the Browns 34-10. And then we have the Seahawks. This was a Thursday night, actually. Thursday went and put it on the Cardinals, man, 23-20. Not going to lie, in my opinion, this was not a great game to watch. I don't know what it was, but this game just, from a fan's perspective, this was a hard game to watch. Just, in my opinion, it wasn't the greatest football to watch.
The Cardinals jerseys were kind of...
Yeah, they've got a unique uniform.
It's like kind of like dirt splotchy. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it had some texturous look to it, and
they're unique.
But that did not help them at all.
No,
it did not. Seahawks went and took care of business. Seahawks looked like a decent football team, actually. Sam Darnold is playing okay. I coming into the year, I was like, he played well with the Vikings last year. They won 14 games. He played very, very good. I felt like you were going to see maybe a downgrade a little bit this year, and it's not happened yet. I think he fits with the Seahawks right now. He's playing good football, and they look like a good football team, and they should be leading that division, the NFC West. So Seahawks look good, took care of the Cardinals. Lastly, let's take a look at Week 5, man. Anticipating a good week. Some good games, a couple good games I think are key watchers, man. Obviously, the Falcons are on a bye week, but we got, first of all, really the game of the week, in my opinion, Commanders and Chargers. Both teams coming off of a loss. Really, this is going to be a rebound game. Who really kind of gets things back on the right track in this game, man?
And JD will be back for Washington. He should be. So, like I said, this is going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be, honestly, a high-scoring game.
I could see this being a high-scoring game, yeah.
Or mid to high. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how Jaden Daniels looks coming back off his injury.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's gonna look great.
Commanders need him. I mean,
Yeah,
like Mario's played well, but I mean, you obviously want your starter back. So, you know, expect this game to be very, very entertaining. I think this game's at 4:30. I
that's
think.
good. I'm
So
glad. It's
one of the
probably-
premier games in the evening slot. So really looking forward to this game. Bucks and Seahawks, man. Bucks go on the road to take on a good Seahawks team, man. Two good football teams. Really excited to see how this game really shakes out, man. I think this is gonna be a battle of the 2018 or 17 draft class. Top two quarterbacks went off the board. Obviously, Bucks and Seahawks. I think I don't know. Like I really don't know who wins this game. I think this is gonna be very, very close. Bucks. Last week, I don't know. They started off slow, and that's kind of not got me worried. But I just look at it like they're a team they're starting off slow, and they have to pick it up. And the Seahawks, they've played good defense. Sam Darnold's playing well, so Bucks cannot start another game like that. You can't just start games and have to come back late. So interested to see how the Bucks play at the Seahawks in this game this week, man. It's gonna be a good one, I think. Broncos and Eagles. Broncos, really good defense. One of the better defenses in the league. And the Eagles, who seem almost flawless at this point.
Can the Broncos stop the tush push?
Probably not. No one really has yet.
The Broncos have a really good defense, and I'm not saying that's the reason why they're going to or may stop it. But I mean, the Eagles are coming off a win. The Broncos won.
Broncos,
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they did win. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I expect this to be a good game. If the Broncos defense holds up to what I think they can,
they'll be in this game.
This could be a low scoring game because the Eagles have a decent defense, and the Broncos offense isn't as good as the Eagles offense. So I mean, I think this is going to be a low scoring game.
Very low scoring. First to 20.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think at the most there's going to be 20 points together.
To me, I look at more the Eagles. I look at the Eagles like they just had like a crazy emotional win against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Crazy game. Is this a letdown game and where the Broncos kind of come in and take advantage of that and pick up a win?
It's in Philly. I think that's huge. If this was in Denver, I honestly could see this going more Denver's way in some sort of sense. But it's in Philly, man. They're undefeated. These fans are they're going to show up strong, loud,
boisterous for sure.
My opinion is I think the Eagles come out on top. They pretty much do the same thing last week. They just barely win in a way. So I can see this being a close game, and I think the Eagles take it.
I think so too. I think the Eagles pull out a win on this one. Texans, I kind of look at this game as interesting because really the Texans just picked up a win. They needed a win this past week. They're going to Baltimore, and the Ravens are in that same boat. They need to kind of get things together because the Ravens defensively have been giving up a lot of yards and a lot of points. And they need to kind of figure it out, man, because they need to. They cannot go down 1-5. You can't do that. They're already down 1-4, and the kind of the A-ball's behind them. They need to go and get things back right against the Texans.
This is like you said. Are the Texans 1-4?
They, I think so.
So this is the battle of the 1-4, man. I mean,
they're the 2-2, I think, or 1-4.
Yeah, I could be wrong. The Ravens have. There is no we need this. We have to have this. I mean, if you go 1-5, it's not over because I mean there's more games in the season now, but 1-5 is a hole that you don't want to be in. I don't know. It's just the Texans. They're going to be playing pretty much the same way. Every team wants to win, but man, the Ravens really have to win.
They need to pick up a big win. They need to kind of, I think they need to get Derrick Henry the ball, get his confidence back up, get more faith in this run game. And honestly, I think that would actually help. With if Lamar is dealing with an injury, especially with a hamstring injury, put more of the running game on Derrick Henry, like you should anyway.
The load should be on the running back if that's the case.
Especially if you have Derrick Henry.
Now, I'm not saying that Lamar shouldn't be passing, but I mean, at least, don't let Lamar rush as much, feed it to Derrick Henry. Feed your receivers, man. Like we haven't seen this much of the Ravens yet. And when is Likely going to be available?
He had surgery, was it foot surgery in the preseason?
Yeah,
so like
I didn't really look much into that, so
he should be back a couple weeks, I think. But I mean, Mark Andrews is playing all right.
He's
playing well.
Yeah, for sure. They need all their weapons to be the team that they need to be. And like with all these injuries, that's hurting a lot of the teams. But the Ravens, man, this is no doubt, like, if they don't win this, they're in some trouble.
They're definitely in some trouble.
They're in trouble now.
They are. They need to right the ship. And we'll see, man. We'll see how they handle playing against a decent Texans offense. But defensively, the Ravens need to get it together, and offensively, kind of get back to the Ravens' true identity, man. Get the run game going and pick up a win. So great. I think a good slate of games, man. I like what I see. Good games this week. I'm excited for next weekend. Excited to hop on here and obviously, talk about a great weekend of football, man. And
we
I
love
expect
doing
the
this,
same
man.
thing, man.
We love doing this.
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna hop off of here and we'll see you next week, man. Jersey, get it together, bruh. Get it together. Out of here.